Welcome back. Now let us continue with the other application questions. Now, we have a statement-based question now. The instruction is to identify the leadership styles applied in Lisa's fashion world in each statement below. Alphabet A says to us, they allow fashion designers to design dresses without monitoring them. And then we do alphabet B, the t-shirt department allows their designers to participate in the brainstorming session to receive more inputs. So you're expected to identify the leadership style that is applicable to each statement below. So basically this statement is a scenario of what would be happening in Lisa's fashion world. Now, we are expected to identify when they're saying now they allow fashion designers to design dresses without monitoring them. So it means this leader, who is Lisa, is basically applying what we call laissez-faire, which has to do with delegating a task, which has to do with allowing employees to make their own work decisions on how to complete a task. With the second statement now, the t-shirt department allows their designers to participate in the brainstorming session in order to receive more ideas. So that would be now democratic. This is democratic leadership style. And this is laissez-faire leadership style. Now, the difference between the two is that democratic has to do with allowing employees to contribute ideas. So they are involved in the process of making the decision. Their inputs are taken. But when you are looking into now your laissez-faire, the laissez-faire has to do with allowing the employee to decide on their work method. So keep that in mind and do not confuse the two, because sometimes the errors learners would make during the exam is to confuse the leadership styles. And remember that you have 5 leadership styles. One allows employees to contribute ideas, while autocratic doesn't allow ideas to be contributed. And we also have your laissez-faire, which allows employees to decide on their work method. And we also have charismatic, which is a leader that would use charm, and they're excellent at selling a vision. And we also have your transactional, which is a leader which would basically use a system of reward and punishment to motivate employees, and it would be applied especially in a case whereby the workers are demotivated. Then, as we proceed now, we have the third scenario, which instructs us to say, read the scenario below and answer questions that follow. We have Giant Computer Software. Giant Computer Software specializes in the developing of new computer software for various computer programs. We have Cindy, the production manager, who offers rewards to motivate employees who meet targets. Tom, the marketing manager, uses charm to influence his team to work hard. Lebu, the administration manager, gives a task without instruction on how to do it. First question, identify the leadership style used by Cindy, Tom, and Lebu. Motivate your answer by quoting from the scenario. Then number 2, recommend 2 situations in which Tom and Lebu's leadership style can be applied in the workplace. Let us move to the solution now. How do we deal with the first question? We have to identify the leadership style that is applied by Cindy, Tom, and Lebu. Now, Cindy is basically applying which leadership style as a production manager? She offers rewards to motivate employees who meet the set target. So that has to do with a leadership style we call transactional. Transactional leadership style. That is the leadership that is applied by Cindy. Now, how do we motivate? Cindy offers rewards to motivate employees who meet set targets. That is how you motivate, but the leadership style, remember, is transactional. Then we have Tom, the marketing manager, who uses charm. So with the term charm, you already know what is your answer. So this is to say Tom now is applying charismatic leadership style because now Tom uses charm to influence his team to work hard. Then we look into Lebu now, the administrative manager, who gives a task without instruction on how to do it. So that must be Liza's fair. So with Liza's fair, how do we motivate? Gives a task without instruction on how to do it. So that is how you would be expected to identify the leadership style and motivate. So we move now to the second question, which instructed us to recommend 2 situations in which Tom and Lebu's leadership style can be applied. So this is to educate you to say, as a leader, you should know that you cannot always use one leadership style. You need to look into the situation before you decide on which leadership style to be applied. So Tom's leadership style can be applied when now they want to charm employees. So basically, a leader should be able to sell the company vision and achieve excellent results, because these are leaders which we call charismatic leaders. And they also motivate employees, as the leader would be energetic in this situation. So that is charismatic for you. Then when you're looking into Lebu's leadership style, whereby we are talking about delegating a task without informing employees on how to complete it, then this would be applicable or would be used in a situation when employees are experts, meaning when employees know more about the task, when employees are experts and they are highly valued in the field, then you can use delegation, because now you know when you give them a task, it will be completed, because we call them experts, meaning people who know more, and then they can take responsibility for their action as well. And then the leader is very busy, and delegation of the tasks will increase productivity of the business. So this again would be applicable when the leader is very busy. So in that situation where the leader is very busy, then the leader can decide to use Liza's fair. And when you are looking into charismatic, in a situation whereby they want to sell the vision to the subordinates or employees so that they work towards achieving the vision, then you can use charismatic as a leader so that you inspire the followers to also achieve what the business wants to achieve. So those are 2 situations that can be applied for charismatic and 2 situations that can be applied for Liza's fair. Remember, Liza's fair would be applicable in a better situation when employees are experts and when the leader is very busy, and delegation would increase productivity. So with that being said, let us take a short break. We'll come back and wrap up our lesson.